Howdy y'all. Never done a YouTube video before, but doing a review on this deck system on a 2018 F250. And I'm not gonna lie, I've got a little bit of buyer's remorse on this one. And I've been looking through all the videos to see what made me excited to get it, and I realized that the people that are totally gung-ho, this is the greatest thing on earth. Well, the reason they're that way is they were not at all organized at all. And they're still just throwing their stuff in the drawer of the deck system. So I'm assuming by now you've seen all those videos. So here's what I'm starting with. I had the retrax tonneau cover. It's got a cartridge that goes about that deep into the bed. And that's where the tonneau cover rolls into, like a garage door. And then I had all these totes. And then in the totes I had like an ammo can with my fishing kit in it. Had my electric chainsaw, which is very small for a chainsaw. Got barbecue, charcoal stuff, camping gear, all that. And then I had the built right molle panels. Those metal panels that go here. And you could put, you know, quick grips and tie down straps and whatever. So I had my high lift jack here, had this shovel, had some bolt cutters, had some tree trimmers, had all my camping gear, right? And then you could get the Rotopax gas in there too. That wasn't on the molle panel, but I just had them sliding in between the totes. And they rode just fine. So I get the decked thing because what was happening was I had to take all these totes out if I want to haul firewood or if I want to haul product. So I figured get a deck, put all the tools underneath the deck, and then I got the drawers to pull it all from the front. So what happened is I'm able to carry stuff on top now, but I lost that much space, all the space on my sides. I lost all that. And the biggest part that wastes space is these ammo cans that everybody brags about. It's only that big, right? This space from the wheel well, right there to right there, is empty. There's nothing under there. So if they made their ammo can about 3 times as big, then they could claim that they're maximizing the efficiency of the space. So that's the biggest gripe, is I had 4 totes in the 4 corners that are wasted. So let's get to the actual setup of how it got implemented. So I got all the molle panels back out, I got the retrax out, and right now I got them all jammed up into the front of my cubby on my RV here. So what I do is I'm a full-time RVer, so I had all of my seasonal stuff in the bed of the truck, so I'm not tripping over it in the trailer. And then it was all my camping stuff, so if I wanted to go camp somewhere without the trailer, it's all in the truck. So what happened is now all that crap is back in my trailer. But so here's the implementation. I got the molle panels out, I got the retrax out, and if you go put this in, these handles here that come from Ford, the tie downs, they're whatever weird name they give it, they don't let you take the key out while it's unlocked, and the track system blocks you from putting it in. So I had to jam it in there with the key in and then shove it and force it. So put these in the truck before you put the deck in. And I'm not sure how good the audio is. I hope you heard all that. But so first thing, you open your tailgate, your Rotopex falls out. The ad specifically says there's enough room for Rotopex between your tailgate and the deck. And even if there is, there's nothing to mount it to unless you mount it to your tailgate. So people could just reach over and pick up your Rotopex. So that's one thing. Then 5 gallons is heavy when it's all skinny like that. So there it is. And then so this space is wasted. So I was trying to find something that'll fit in there, but then this bar's in the way. That's the anchor. So I thought maybe I could shove a shovel in there, but then the wheel well's in the way, even if you could get it to bend. So I found out my little short bed broom fits in here. And then this water jug was fitting, but it kept sliding. So I took one of my things off of the built rate and I screwed it in. And so I got a quick fist thing screwed into the ammo can on the side of the deck here. And then in the drawers, I got all their stuff. My adjustable 2-inch ball barely fits. And then I got my tent and bag and axe, and my high lift jack is in there wasting a bunch of space. Got all that, but I got it to fit. So then the other thing was their fancy toolboxes. So this one's the little short one. I replaced the ammo can with that because the ammo can is too tall. And this is a cheapo Walmart $5 or $6 ammo can. And that was my fishing kit. So if I laid it down, the lid tried to pop open and all the crap fell out. And even then it was still tight. So I swapped my fishing kit to the little box. Now the cool thing I found is these hefty high-rise totes. This one is roughly the size of the Big D box. It is the 40 quart. So this one fits inside the drawer. That is $10 as opposed to $60. So I took everything out of that tote. That was my camping tote. And I got it all crammed into here except for my hurricane lantern. So up there, I got all the backpacks that were in these totes. So I got like a recovery kit, a hunting bag, and some waterproof riding gear. But this fits in there and it just barely fits. Like it's touching right there on the edge. So do not make this lid swell, but it fits. And then there's the little 18 quart. It's the size of this one. So the little 18 quart fits in here too. So I got some of those so I could do that modular tool swap out thing people do. But I've had this thing for a week is all, so I haven't figured it all out. And ultimately, I was going to get a topper anyway, so I had to put a topper on order. So I got a commercial topper, so I'll have another toolbox here. And then this side will all be open for totes. But if you're not at all organized, sure, it seems like the greatest thing on earth. But if you were already pretty organized, this waste, and then all this space here, that's all wasted. The supporting rack. So that's physical floor space that ain't take it up. And then everybody's excited about these weird gimmicks. They're gimmicks. Everybody that I saw use this spilled their beer when they opened the bottle. Who's gonna put lumber up here to measure it? You know, it's just decoration. Overall, I'll make it work, but it's with reservations. And then the retrax, being this far in, is not as good as your tie downs out here. So I had one big box to haul this week, and I still used the Ford stock mounting tracks instead of this because I needed to go across the bed of the truck. I had to go from there to there with a big box. So this is a little too close for standard hauling stuff. But overall, it is what it is. It's very user specific, but there needed to be one that wasn't just totally fanboying and over the moon and everything's awesome and it's the best thing in the world. It ain't the best thing in the world. I mean, it's probably worth the money. I think it was $1,500 for this with the 2 boxes, and I bought an extra one of these, the end cap thing. It came with one, so I paid $30 and bought a second one. And then I bought the divider kit, which, as you could see, I'm not using, but I got it installed so that I can use it, because the divider panels are a weird size. So that also doesn't help with anything that's long. Like, I got them underneath. They're just sitting there for if I decide to use them. So, overall, I would say it's about a 3 out of 5. It just, the ammo cans aren't big enough to take up that last little bit of space. And that's probably the worst of it, is that it's about 1.5 feet between the ammo can and the wheel well. That's just wasted space, so times 4. And then the center divider, I was willing to sacrifice that because you have to have something to hold it up. But it is tough. Up by the cab, kind of, the floor is a little squishy when you walk on it right up there, but it ain't bad. Like, you don't feel like you'll break it. It just does flex a little bit. But hope that helps give a different perspective. And it just sped up my purchase of the topper that was going to happen in a couple of years instead of happening this week. So I'll get a topper on there, and then I could use my totes again and get the rest of the crap out of my trailer, because I'm full-time, so it has to go somewhere, and it's all seasonal stuff that you'll use throughout the year. But that's it. That's a full-time camper, using it every single day kind of setup. And I hope that helps. Have a good one, y'all.